Well, hey there, it's Catherine from CatherinePooler.com. I'm working in my Canvo today. We're going to do some bullet journaling. My last video, I showed you about the index, and then we did a future log. This is a great way to lay out a bunch of months at once and fill in dates as they come up. You know, I may not have my January calendar all set yet, but I may have appointments scheduled. So this is a great place to kind of house things like that. So next page is blank because that's how bullet journals work. They are blank and you fill them in to suit your needs and your mood and your life. So we're going to make a monthly spread. I always like to have every month spread out, laid out in front of me before I do my weeklies. So I keep a key of sorts in the back. It's 32 dots across and 41 down, so it's handy. I don't have to keep counting those dots every time I want to make a spread. So 32 across, I need 4 squares on one side and 3 on the other. So 32 divided by 4 is 8, so each square is going to be 8 dots across. So I'm going to go on the first line of dots, just use my ruler and my marker pen. Draw my first line down and then go 8 dots over, draw my line, 8 dots over, draw my line. And then I have the long columns for my calendar. And then I'm going to do my horizontal lines, and I need 5 of them. So 41 divided by 5 again is 8. So we're going to do, the squares in the calendar are going to be 8. 8 by 8. 8 dots by 8. So I think I'm going to add that to my key. If I want to do the calendar the same way every time, they're 8 dots by 8 dots. That's easy. Easy to remember that. So I'm just going to, again, use my ruler and my micron pen to draw the grid, and it's easy as that. So I'll fill in the days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I like to start my month with the first day being Sunday. This is all up to you. Bullet journals are how you like it. So if you like to start your week on a Monday, you can do that. So now I'm flipping to the other side. On this side, I only need 3 blocks. So I'm just spacing those out, adding them in there, and then I'm going to do the horizontal lines, and the rest of my month will be all set. I'm going to add in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I get to do the fun part, which is decorating. I'm going to do November with some block letters and just a simple font, and then it's time for stamping. So I'm going to pull out my ink pads, my little CP minis, and I'm going to decide on a color palette. I'm using a stamp set called Leaf Motifs. I also think the Blessing set is going to be a great set for just a general theme throughout November for my weekly spreads. I don't end up using it actually in this video, but I will be using it on weekly spreads, I think. That's my plan right now. We'll see if they end up on those pages. But going back, I went ahead and numbered all of my days, and I always get worried when I do this about making sure I number them right. So I double check and triple check, and hopefully those are correct. I don't want to have to redo it. And then I'm just taking this large, cute leaf. I love the pattern on it, and I'm inking it up with Lime Ricky and Aquatini. And I get a really cool blended look, a two-toned leaf color look to it, and just stamp it down. And then I have a damp paper towel on hand. I'm just going to dab off my stamp on the paper towel to clean it, and then I'm going to return it to the imaging sheet, and I'm going to pull out a few other leaves with different patterns and add some more fun leaves to this design. So, color palette. I'm going to pull out some other inks. So I have Tutti Frutti, Tiki Torch, Tiara, Lime Ricky, and Aquatini. And I'm just going to start stamping in the margins. I'm going to go rainbow order, and I'm going to switch off with the patterns, and I'm just going to ink up the stamp. And just a tip with stamping, our inks are on a foam pad, and foam is squishy. So just a really light tap, tap, tap onto that ink pad. You get a fully inked stamp, and then you'll be able to stamp it down, and you can see how full and solid those stamped images are. I love the rainbow of leaves that is shaping up here. And then when I got to the bottom where the spiral bound was, I made a little boo-boo. I kept my book open and I stamped, and the spiral bound got in my way. So here's a tip for you. Take your stamp and mount it all the way at the edge of your block, just like I'm showing you here, and then fold your book over, and then you'll be able to get really close to that spiral binding and complete your look. So here is my November spread. I'm really happy with it. And next up, I'm going to start working on my weekly spreads. So watch out for those videos coming to you soon. If you're new here, I hope you will subscribe to my channel for lots of stamping and paper crafting and card making videos. And I will be doing lots more bullet journaling and what we love to call Canvoing, which is beautifully planning and organizing and journaling your life. Thanks for being here. I will see you again soon.